Okay, so we have Sam here. Tell me a little bit about the most important things to be looking out for when looking after rabbits.
Well, if you have a rabbit at home, definitely top of my list is looking after their diet. Rabbits should be eating constantly, and getting their diet right is really important, not just for their gut health, but for their general health and also for their dental health as well. These guys tend to suffer a lot of dental disease if we don't get the right diet for them.
Okay, and in terms of where you keep them, what's the ideal house, I guess?
Well, it depends whether you have an inside bunny or an outside bunny, or a combination of the two. They can be happy in all sorts of different enclosures, but the most important thing is hygiene. It needs to be kept clean, and they need to be provided with enough food and obviously enrichment to be kept happy. So whether that's out on the grass for a couple of hours a day tapi, or they've got some other rabbit company and plenty of hay to chew, they're the most important.
And they're a very clean animal.
They are, but we humans often let them down on that front. So we need to be really vigilant about cleaning out their hutches. Rabbits who, you don't want them to sit in their own toilet for too long, because they can get, as you saw this morning, some nasty scalding on their backsides as well, which leads to all sorts of problems. So keeping these guys clean and making sure they've got a good diet, and also they've got a lot to do with their day is important.
And is there any particular kind of material that shouldn't be used for housing them in?
We prefer not to use wood shavings. I tend to say to people the best thing to keep a rabbit on is some newspaper on the bottom of the cage and straw or hay. It's nice and soft on their feet, it provides them with good chewing opportunities, and it doesn't tend to create dust as well.
And in terms of vaccines, what should they have?
Ideally, a rabbit should be vaccinated against calicivirus, particularly in this country. We start vaccinating rabbits at 8 weeks of age, and we do 2 boosters, one at 12 weeks and one at 16 weeks, again at 6 months, and then an annual, and we call it an annual booster, but it's every 10 months after that, and that protects them against the strains of calicivirus.
So calicivirus, it sounds rather nasty. How does it spread?
Well, it's a fatal disease for rabbits. It was initially introduced to Australia to control the wild rabbit population. So it can be spread either by biting insects, so things like mosquitoes and mites, but also it can be spread by contact from rabbit to rabbit. So if your rabbit's outside and may have contact with wild rabbits, that's certainly an issue, but also if they're not protected by mosquito netting.
And there's another nasty disease that rabbits can get as well that's related to the control of wild rabbits. What's that one?
That's right, myxomatosis. So myxomatosis is also a disease that's used to control the wild rabbit population. Unfortunately, there isn't a vaccination available in Australia for this disease, so we do recommend that your rabbit have protection against biting insects, so whether that's the use of a spot-on topical treatment, but they should definitely be under mosquito netting if they're outside.
Okay. And in terms of any other preventative care, what else should people with bunnies be doing?
Just maintaining the general health of your rabbit. So again, diet is really important, making sure that they're healthy. So I would always recommend at least an annual checkup for your rabbit. A lot of rabbits I see every 6 months. I think that's probably a good period of time.